We are live and on air. Ladies and gentlemen, I would say welcome back, but welcome to Bear Club 316, a brand new channel with myself and my good friend Grizz. We are here to bring you the first and pilot episode of Bear Club Live. This is your opportunity, your forum to join us and talk wrestling for any promotion. It's not WWE based, anything wrestling. You can talk indies, you can talk WWE, you can talk New Japan, you can talk anything you like. This is your opportunity to join us in this forum and talk wrestling with us. Grizz, you take over because I'm nervous as hell.
Man, hey, we're here so we're able to interact more with you guys, basically. You know, that's why we started Bear Club 316. We want you guys to be a part of the club. All right, this is a family. So, you know, from there, you know, how we gonna get this thing started, though?
Well, essentially, because this is the pilot episode, I'm going out on a limb and saying that we're not going to have anyone say that they're going to want to chat with us. They're going to roll with it, see what they think, and then go from future weeks. Now, we're planning on doing this as a weekly thing exclusive to this channel. And essentially, the plan is just to talk wrestling for an hour and see if anybody does interact. I mean, I've got the live stream up on my phone, and I'm sort of just going through the live chat. I'm going to see if anybody does message in and say that they want to join us. If they do want to join us, I will send them the invite via Google Hangouts. They can come in, they can talk wrestling with us, and then we can move on to either another member of the fan base, or we can go back to talking with us while somebody else wants to join. I can see that we've got Alpha in the chat already, so let's just say hi. Hi, Alpha. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're having a good day.
Dog, Alpha.
Yeah, man. I mean, we don't want to cover too much in terms of the wrestling in the world of the WWE, because obviously we have the podcast to do tomorrow, hopefully. If not, that will be out Monday. Is there anything you want to talk about sort of outside of the realms of WWE just to get us started?
Off the topic, you don't want anything wrestling related?
Not wrestling related, just not WWE related. So outside of WWE, so New Japan, UK promotions, WCPW, Progress, Evolve, Places, all of these sorts of different. Is there anything that you want to talk about, or is there anything in the WWE that is of interest to you that you want to talk about that maybe you didn't get a chance to talk about on the podcast or something of the sort?
But man, don't ask me that question because you know where I'll go with that. I'll take it right on into a direction where you wouldn't like it.
Go.
The Maharaja. Of course. Come on, man. The Maharaja, the modern day. Doesn't it empower you when you say, don't you feel like a modern day Maharaja, a king?
You are absolutely terrible. All right, if you want to talk Jinder Mahal, let's talk Jinder Mahal. He is the WWE champion, whether people like it or not. People are going to have to give him the opportunity and the chance to show whether he's going to be a flop as a champion or if he's going to be a good champion. People are saying the writing's already on the wall. He's going to be a transitional champion. He's going to lose the title back to Randy at Money in the Bank, or going to lose it to Rusev near after. I'd be interested to see how they're going to go down with it. I mean, how long do you reckon he's going to hold the championship for? That's my question to you.
I mean, if they went out on a limb and put the belt on the guy, you know, the way they did, and no one expected it, they gotta have the strap on for at least a good 3 months, man. So it's June now, maybe until September.
September. So you reckon they're going to do sort of the traditional sort of three to 4 month run?
Yeah. See what he does with it, man. I mean, if anything, if all fails, you know, I'm sure they have a backup plan, but I think they should give the guy an opportunity and see what he does in those 3 or 4 months. Hell, he might become a dominant champion, bro. Who knows? Look at your face.
So that's the good thing. People can actually see both of our faces. They can see our reactions to each other as well as any comments that come in the comment section. I can confirm that the stream is live. I can hear you, you can hear me, etc. It's a little bit fuzzy on the noise, but that's something that we can sort out in the coming few moments. We've got Alpha. Bear's mic is something is glitchy. Yeah, we are going to try and sort that out. I don't know whether it's just a volume issue or a connection issue. We will try and sort that in this video and for the coming videos. Grizz, if you want to take a look into that just while you can, I will continue talking about Jinder Mahal. My initial opinion, and for anybody that watched the live reactions to Backlash where he won the championship, I was hella pissed, let's put it that way. I wasn't happy. I threw the chair backwards. I had to go and sit down in that corner just by that door there and sort of walk it off as much as you can, 4 o'clock in the morning. Try not to wake up grandparents down the other side of the hallway. But yeah, my initial reaction was shock, anger, and annoyance that the WWE had actually done it. And also I was a bit annoyed because I told everyone in my predictions video that I didn't think they had the balls to put the championship on Jinder, and there they go. They put the championship on Jinder and make me look stupid. So right. It's very frustrating initially, and then he goes on SmackDown Live and he has his Punjabi celebration, which is absolutely amazing. Like the colors, the music, the presentation, everything was great. It's very typical Bollywood style celebration. I have no problems with that whatsoever. My issue is they've given him all of his promos are standard, typical anti-American heels promos. And he's not good at delivering promos, in my opinion. He's very robotic. And when you have a robotic superstar giving a very highly scripted promo, it's a recipe for disaster. He needs to go out on a limb and say, no. I'm not reading what you write for me. I'm reading what I write for me. Let's sit down and write this together and make this more organic. Because I think that will improve his promo work off the bat straight away.
Yeah. I mean, hey, bro, I can attest to that. Brother, testify. You know, all those good points that you made, man. I think they're trying to figure out what his character actually is. So I'm hoping for the time being that these generic promos that they're running, you know, it's just a feel out thing, and they don't continue doing that throughout his run, and he develops, you know, some kind of edge to him. But I think the more and more he gets comfortable out there, he'll probably feel more comfortable sitting down with the promo guys or the guys that are writing his promos and work on something. Because I don't know, the guy's been a giant for his life, bro.
I think for me it's like I'm not in any way comparing him to Punk, but when CM Punk was on top of the world in the WWE 2011, he actually had enough pull as the champion to go to the writers and tell them, like, okay, come sit down with me. This is what I want to say. You take my words and you put them into a WWE style promo. We'll work together and we'll push the boundaries as much as you'll let me. But it sounds organic coming from my voice, and it sounds like something I would say, not something that's written for me to say. And I think people are either born to be talkers on the mic or they're not. And in my opinion, Jinder isn't, but you can help it when people aren't natural talkers. You can aid that. I think that's what Jinder needs to do. You've muted your mic. It's a genius move.
Excuse me, it's the first podcast, man. We got to get everything sorted out. But no, in all seriousness, I think you made a good point. You know, I think more of the younger talent, even the top guys, bro, they need to sit back and talk to the WWE writers, the guys that are writing these promos, and do what CM Punk does. But a lot of guys aren't CM Punk. A lot of guys aren't going to go out the way and do the things he did and take the route he took, you know, because he meant that he was going to be heard. A lot of these guys are just content.
Yeah, I agree. It's like Paul Heyman said a few months back. It's probably the how long ago was it? It was the back end of last year. He was on a tour with Inside the Ropes, and he was talking about. Someone asked him how he thought Nakamura would fare when he came up to the main roster with him not speaking English and things like that. And Paul Heyman said, well, it's in professional wrestling, it's essentially about not taking no for an answer and how you then determine and do that yourself. So you can go down the route of saying, okay, I'm just not going to do anything out of line. I'm not going to do anything that might get me in trouble. I'm just going to toe the company line. I'm going to do it that way and sort of kiss ass and do what they want me to do. Or you can go the other way and you can take the risks and say, okay, I may well get fired for doing this, but if I do it right and I do it well, and I think I'm quoting Heyman here sort of inadvertently, but he said, if you do it right and you do it well, the buzz that you will create as a superstar will make you as a business item indispensable to the company. So it's about taking that risk like Punk did and going and literally tearing up scripts that they were giving him and saying, no, we're going to do it my way. Someone needs to take that risk. And I think Jinder needs to take that risk and say, no, not having it.
I feel you, man. I feel you, bro. I mean, we're talking about CM Punk. You're telling me, I feel you. I understand where you're coming from. But this is CM Punk we're talking about. You know, a lot of guys don't have the balls he has. You know? So, but I do yeah, he's got big balls. But no, in all seriousness, to Alpha's point, I do agree with you, brother. CM Punk, Shawn,
I'm just reading that now.
And AJ Styles, brother. Yes, they can make a pile of shit look great in the ring.
Get a fight with a broomstick and make the broomstick look good.
You're damn
I
right.
agree. There are many other people that can go on that list as well. I think Kevin Owens can go on that list. I think Sami Zayn can go on that list. I think Nakamura can go on that list. I think Will Ospreay, Ricochet, Marty Scurll, Kenny Omega. There are so many people outside of WWE that you can just have a good match with anyone. There are so many world-class athletes and professional wrestlers all over the world. And just to name but a few, there really are a lot of people that can have instant classics with practically anyone as long as they're given the right time and everything else that comes with it.
Yeah, I agree. And I apologize. I keep muting my microphone, man. There is a lot of craziness going on around my house. So
you sound a lot clearer now. Like when you mute the mic and then you come back on, it sounds a lot clearer. So I think your mic is constantly adjusting to you turning it on and off, and it's therefore not picking up as much of the background noise. So it's actually good. So I'd say continue doing that, bro, if it's all right with you.
Hey, I'm with it. Yes, the Young Bucks too.
Yeah, Young Bucks, of course. Can't forget the Young Bucks. So many, like literally, I could sit here for an hour and just list the amazing wrestlers on the planet, but that's not quite what this is about. This is an opportunity for, as I say, you guys, you viewers, to get your opinions out, because I've had multiple people message me and say, Michael, can I be on this podcast, the WWE Talk Wrestling podcast that you and Grizz and Khalid do? Can we jump in on that? And it's like, without trying to be offensive, that's something organically that we want to stick to as just a small group, but this is your platform to do that. So you guys can call in during this show. We'll range it anywhere between half an hour and 2 hours, depending on how many people and how much interest we get. You can jump in the call, give your opinions, or ask us questions, or ask us our opinions on specific things. Jump in, jump out kind of system, and just, this is your guys' forum to talk to us. And the podcast is our forum to give our opinions to you. And I don't want that to sound rude, but that's the concept that we've come up with. Hence the new channel that myself and Grizz will be running together. Hence the new Twitter page, which you can go and follow. It's at Bear Club 316, much like my Twitter handle at msprout316. Just no gaps, no colon, just Bear Club 316. Go and follow Grizz as well at Bear Wrestle News. And please subscribe to this channel. That's all I really have to say. Grizz, what is there anything you want to add to
that? No, brother. I mean, you didn't hit everything on the nail. You told them to subscribe, like, comment, follow all the pages. So yeah, man, you nailed everything, man.
All of the Twitter links, all of the subsequent channels. So my channel, Grizz's channel, both the Twitter pages for ourselves individually, and then this channel's Twitter page. All of the links are in the description, so you should be able to just click those and subscribe onto them and follow them respectively, whichever you decide to go through, Twitter or YouTube. The original plan and only plan we have for this channel at the moment is this talk show, Bear Club Live. And as and when new video concepts come up, we will add them to this channel where we do videos together. You're still going to get all of the reviews that I do, Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT, the predictions, challenges, everything like that is still going to be on this channel, on my channel, on a daily basis. You're still going to get daily videos from me. You're still going to get all of your videos from Grizz with his news updates and his predictions and his reviews. It's all going to be the same. This series is going to be the one that's going to be on this channel. So you're not going to lose any of the content between the two of us, or you're not going to miss the podcast or anything. It's all going to be on the respective channels, but this series is going to be on this channel just because it's easier.
Hey, makes sense to me, motherfucker. Hey, man, in due time, brother, we're going to get this thing up and running. It doesn't happen overnight. So hopefully sooner rather than later, we can get some calls and we can start chatting about some things, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said at the beginning, I'm not anticipating that we have anyone on the first show, because obviously we've made this channel, like I literally finished making this channel about half an hour before we went live. I started the Twitter page about 2 hours ago for this channel specifically, and it was a very last minute decision to put this together and put this on its own channel, because the original plan was to have 1 week it be on my channel and the following week it be on Grizz's channel and alternate that way. Now that to me seems a little bit redundant, hence we've made the channel, because going backwards and forwards all the time, it's not consistent, and consistency is the way that you build views, you build followers, you build subscribers, and you therefore build your future, or however you want to put it. So for me, this was the best way to do it. We both have access to the channel, we both have access to the Twitter page, we both have access to the emails. So at any point, if you want to contact either of us, we are both going to pick up the notifications on Twitter. We're both going to pick up the views and the comments and everything on the channel itself. If you want to hit us up on email, bearclub316 with the colon @gmail.com. We are freely available. And of course, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, jump in with any of the live streams, and view all of the content on our separate channels. It's essentially all I have to say on it. So we've spoken about Jinder Mahal. Grizz, this was your suggestion. Have you got anyone else that you want to talk about other than Jinder Mahal?
Let's see. Well, what are they doing with Roman Reigns, man? I don't want to get to the predictions with so much, bro, but I don't know. I don't want to hate the guy. Never wanted to hate. There have been moments where Roman Reigns has drawn me in, entertainment-wise.
Yeah.
But I just hate the way they book the guy. His booking is horrible.
Okay. Without spoiling the predictions, I say spoiling, the video's already out on my channel, so go and watch that. But no, the predictions, we have a very different selection between us in regards to the predictions for the winner of the Fatal 5-Way Extreme Rules. Is it an Extreme Rules elimination match, or is it just an Extreme Rules match, whoever gets the first pinfall?
I think it's whoever gets the first pin. I don't think they ever mentioned elimination. So yeah, okay. I think whoever gets the first pin.
I mean, if it is the first one to get a pinfall, then I think that plays into my hands a little bit more, as opposed to yours. But I mean, I've predicted Bray Wyatt, and for anybody that hasn't already seen the predictions video, I've got 2 reasons for it. Number one, he's been absolutely stellar since he's moved over to Raw. Like, he's smelt the championship, he's tasted the championship on SmackDown, he's come over, and he now is like a shark in water. He wants more championships. You can see he's more impassioned in his promos. His in-ring work is definitely getting even higher caliber than it already was. And for me, he's definitely one of the top contenders in this match. The other reason is that there are rumors that this match with Brock Lesnar is going to be a one and done. And for me, wasting it on Roman, Seth, or Finn as a one and done really kills the credibility of those superstars in the future. Therefore, the only 2 that I would see a one and done with is Joe and Bray. Now, Brock and Bray have previous, so why not have the one and done match against Bray Wyatt? That's my predictions. I know who you have, but why don't you tell the people who you got?
Initially, I had Bray Wyatt. That was my initial pick. You know, I felt like he was going to go. What's that?
I said because you stole it from me.
No. I think we spoke on it. I don't know if it was on the podcast, but I said maybe initially Bray Wyatt would possibly win, you know, to repay the wrongdoing of what happened to him on SmackDown. You know, him losing the belt, having such a short reign, then swapped from SmackDown to Raw last minute. So, but then at the same time, I don't see how this is repayment. You know, getting squashed by Brock. I don't know, but you know, and that's why I kind of switched my my thinking about this. You know, because the WWE, they're always trying to pull some tomfoolery, right?
Correct.
You're not pulling the wool over my eyes, man. You know, I see it. I know it's going to happen, and I think they're going to pull the trigger more sooner rather than later. They say it's one and done, but hey, it's a rumor, man. You know, I don't know. I feel like maybe they'll start building towards Brock and Roman a little quicker. Maybe.
So you reckon Roman?
Yeah. But I'm thinking Braun interferes.
They've still got Braun. Oh, I don't like you right now. Oh, that's a fucking genius idea.
I'm just saying, Braun might show up, bro. You know, they say it's
why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, they say it's one and done, man. There's all these possibilities. Then 6 months, 4 to 8 weeks. How long has he been out?
About 4 weeks. Oh shit.
I'm not saying he's coming back, but in due time, he's coming back.
Yeah.
You know, they might be trying to throw us off the trails by saying it's one and done simply because for right now, and then later on, we're gonna get to Roman versus, I guess, Brock in all seriousness. But I do think Braun interferes somewhere. Great balls of fire. He was supposed to fight the guy, I thought.
I think the original plans at the moment are the one and done with Brock at Great Balls of Fire, and then the next pay-per-view for Raw would be SummerSlam, but obviously that's a joint pay-per-view. The plan for that is Brock versus Braun, and then the plan for WrestleMania is Brock versus Roman. So as much as I'd like to see Roman Reigns get his ass whooped by Brock Lesnar again, I don't want to.
I feel you. I don't want to see it either, bro. Come on, go ahead and say it. You don't want to see that again. You really don't.
I do want to. No, I do want to see that again. I do want to see that again. But
just from the aspect of Roman getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I want to see that too.
But in terms of my prediction and also my wallet, I'd like to see Bray Wyatt win because. And for anybody that doesn't know, so I do a predictions challenge on my channel for pay-per-views and NXT takeovers. So on my first one, which was Payback. First one was Payback. I retained the championship. I won the predictions. The second challenge was NXT Takeover Chicago, in which I lost. And then the following night at Backlash, I won. The rules were originally, if I'm beaten in the predictions, then I will purchase $25 worth of winner-chosen merchandise from the WWE store, pay for it and get it shipped directly to their home, be it in the States, be it in Europe, etc. I would do that, and that's the prize. So I had a challenger on Twitter at EroticKitty1. She beat me at NXT TakeOver Chicago. So she sends me the details. She would like a retro Hardy Boys t-shirt and an Undertaker pop funk little statue thing, which are really cool, and I'm going to start collecting as and when. So she sends me those details. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I wait till payday. I put the order together. I get the address details for her in the States, and I go to pay with it on my UK credit card, obviously being from the UK. Try to put it on my card, put it on my cash card, on my credit card, and it won't accept it. I read through the terms and conditions, and it seems that the WWE do not allow you to use a UK card to send a shipment outside of Europe. So any winners in Canada or the United States or South America or anywhere outside of Europe, what I'm going to have to, or what I'm having to do for Kitty, because she's in the States, is I've got the order, and I've got the order confirmation here. I'll show you guys. I've had it delivered. I'm getting it delivered to my house. So that's the order there. I'm going to cover that up so you guys can't see my home address, but you can see the order. I've got it delivered to my house, so that should be here in the coming days. And then I've got to pay to ship it to the States. So that was the original plan, and that's very expensive. So the new plan is via PayPal. I will PayPal you $25 or the equivalent of your currency, and you can purchase yourself some gifts from www.shop.com and then snap a photo of it and tag me in it on Twitter and say that you beat me and this is what you got, etc. So that's the new plan until I get to the States, because I am planning on moving to the United States in around this time next year. I'm hoping to be living in the States. So, but that's a conversation for another day. But yeah, that's the update regarding that. So screw you, WWE, and your racism against UK credit cards. That's all I have to say.
Are you sure they're not gingerphobes?
They're definitely not gingerphobes. They might be genderphobes and take the championship off them very soon. Do you see what I did there?
Oh, stop, man. If you do that, I'll be so pissed. But no, man. Let's segue into the This Is Your Life Bailey segment from Raw.
Oh, do we have to?
Come on, man. I mean, it was a hot topic, bro, over the weekend.
It was dreadful. That's what it was.
Yeah. It was horrible. The only time that really legitimately worked was that one time they did it with The Rock and Mick Foley. But other than that, it
worked in the 90s. This is 2017, and the segment was more focusing on Bailey's previous 4th grade teacher and Bailey's ex-boyfriend and best friend, who made out for an entire 30 seconds on camera. Like, what is that about?
I don't know. I don't know what that was, bro. I don't even think that kiss was planned. I'm just saying, I don't think it was planned. Do you see how awkward it was? She's like, are you serious? You like me? It was just disgusting, bro. I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah, but can we get to the point that I've made on the podcast and I made on the Raw review as well, and I've spoken to you about many a times? Bailey needs to lose this match convincingly. What I mean by that is Alexa needs to rip the out of her, get the kendo stick, whack the out of her, and beat her convincingly. Bailey should not win this match.
With that being said, if it's an Extreme Rules match, I have seen pictures of Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss together. I need Alexa to get that kendo stick, proceed to whooping Bailey's ass, and I need Nia Jax to come in, and just start dominating as well, and then just start going in double teaming on.
When you say Nia Jax coming in and dominating, do you mean dominating Bailey, or do you mean dominating both women?
No. Well, the point I was making, I seen pictures online. They look like they were getting ready to team up.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Yeah, because they teased it one time before. I think when Alexa won the belt. I don't know if it was a week after she won the belt, but they had a little backstage segment with the two.
Oh, that was in London. That was when I went to Raw in London. Yeah. Because Nia was like, oh, well, if you give me the next title shot after you've dealt with Bailey, it looks like you've got a new best friend. And then Alexa's like, looks like I did.
Damn, exactly, bro. And I'm trying to tell you, those two together, Alexa's already golden, but just her having a big, just burly chick behind her, enforcing every word that she says would be nice. But I would like for Nia Jax to come in and start dominating over Bailey. Actually, they both start whooping some ass.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I got Alpha in a chat, and he's a very, very big, like probably the best, biggest Alexa Bliss fan on the planet today. And he says, I'm fine with anything that Lexi does, to be honest. I think the segment was blown way far out of the water. I don't think that was that big of a deal. Now,
Which one?
This Is Your Life segment. I think what he's trying to say is that everyone's taken it too far and said that it was absolutely dreadful and everything. I think, and Alpha, don't shout at me. Don't hate me. I do think that you are looking at this through rose-tinted spectacles, to use an old phrase. Just because Alexa Bliss is in the segment, and I've openly admitted she is the best thing in the women's division on Raw, period, and has been since she came over. There's no amount of Alexa Bliss that could have made that segment good in any way, and I'm sorry if you disagree with that.
Hey, no. In all seriousness, I try. I love Alexa as well. Probably not as much as Alpha, right? But I enjoy Alexa Bliss. I think she's the best female in the division. But with all that being said, I was watching that segment with my lady, my girlfriend. She's not into wrestling, but if there's some good stuff going on, she watches it. If there's a good match, good segment, she's gonna watch it. Bro, let me tell you, 2 minutes into the segment of her watching it, she had a confused look on her face, and she said, what did she say? She said, "This is dragging on too long." This is just dragging. I was just like, you know what? You're making some valid points. You don't even watch the product like that, but you see what I'm seeing. I love Alexa, man, Alpha, but that segment was, oh my God, it didn't make a point. I didn't see the point that they were truly trying to make, and if they made a point, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Okay. The point they were trying to make is that Bayley is a nerd, but everyone knows Bayley is a nerd. That's why everybody likes Bayley, because she's a lovable nerd. So there's no need to drive that down the people's throats every week in different ways. The segment was absolutely unnecessary. I would have rather seen a contract signing between the two of them and had Alexa take control with the kendo stick, like she did at the end of the segment. She went to get it from Bayley went to get the kendo stick from the top of the pole. Alexa dragged her down, grabbed a kendo stick from underneath the table, and started beating Bayley with that. So why do we have to have the stupid "This Is Your Life" segment? Why couldn't we just have had a contract signing? Because that can descend into chaos, and that would have been more logical. Alexa could have ripped into Bayley one-on-one, face-to-face. Bayley could have done her whole underdog story style promo that she's known for down in NXT. Right. That would have been a much better send-off, and I think that all of the momentum that they did build up, even with the roadblock of having this booked as a kendo stick on a pole match and not an Extreme Rules match, they still had some momentum up until Raw this week, and that segment killed 99% of the momentum that they had. Yeah. And I don't think anybody's interested in this match on Sunday now.
Exactly, bro. This was your go home show. This was your match. I mean, this was your basically your last chance to get the people at home invested into this match, and they gave me that segment. I was already uninterested in Bayley's character. If anything, that made me more uninterested in Bayley's character. That was in all seriousness, it was WWE's fault that Alexa had to go out there and do that crappy segment. Alexa's awesome, but if they gave her something worthwhile, that segment would have been a lot better, man. But I don't even think the writers were invested in that segment. They couldn't have been. And it's not, I don't think people are making a big deal, but geez, that was a pretty bad segment. It was pretty bad. It was real pointless. Like you know how Raw is, man. It has its ups and downs, and eventually there's a point in the show where you can just get completely disinterested. It'll just completely turn you off. And that point completely turned me off, as a wrestling fan who's passionate.
I think for me, since I started my channel, 2 weeks after WrestleMania, so we had the Raw after Mania, and then we had a Raw after that, and then I started the Raw after that. It was the 18th of April, I believe. And that was my first Raw. And I don't think I've had a Raw that I've given 3.5 stars or more. And the reason for that is because they can have so many good matches. They can have so many top caliber matches or so many top caliber promos. But they, in contrary to that, they have such dreadful promos that just drag the whole show down. And I think this is why NXT is kicking ass at the moment. I mean, NXT review for the last 2 weeks, I've started off by saying that NXT is doing this. I'm just knocking the ball out of the park every damn week because they are consistently putting on good shows, good promos, good matches. Is this because the shows are live? Is it because the shows are longer than an hour? Like, what is it that is enabling the WWE to not get the consistency needed to get the ratings back up?
Right. No, I feel you, man. And I'm sorry, I don't want to see crap like that on my TV ever again. Man. I mean, I tune in every week just to see what these guys do, see how they improve the product, see if they can improve the product because they have so much talent, so much potential. They have guys scratching and clawing to get to NXT right now, to get to the WWE. Their future is beyond bright. And seeing shows being booked like this, come on, man. Come on now. This is go home show. I forgot. I'm sorry. I legitimately forgot Extreme Rules was on Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, like, as a wrestling fan, I'm supposed to be like, I cannot wait to see this pay-per-view, man. It's like a TV show, for any TV show that I'm into. Walking Dead, for instance, man. If Walking Dead, I guess, produces an episode that it's not that often, bro. That's just not good. I'm gonna be turned off.
Okay. I mean, not being a fan of The Walking Dead, but I understand the concept that you're going with. You can attach it to any TV series. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. Sorry for the constant need to keep having a drink, by the way, guys. When I talk a lot, I just have to constantly drink. Otherwise, I just can't get my words out properly. For anybody that's been watching my videos over the last couple of days, I'm really sorry. I just can't talk at the moment in general. Like, I got over the nervous period when I first started, like for the first week or two. And then I got myself into some form of flow. And now all of a sudden I start making my videos and I go to shoot and I'm like, okay, right, compose, ready. Okay, let's go. And then I press the start button to record and I immediately just go to shit. Like, the amount of outtakes I have to do and the amount of like redos I have to do of certain sections. And bearing in mind, none of my videos are scripted. Everything is off the top of my head. And you'll see that I'll bounce from idea to idea to concept. And it's because none of it is scripted. And I think because of that, the nervous disposition sort of starts to kick in. And sometimes I get my words confused or I don't quite get them out in the way I'm trying to. But it's because I'm not scripting any of it. The last couple of days, it's been real bad. Like, I've been taking so much longer to record videos just because I can't get my words out. So I do apologize for that.
Bro, we're going to get back on track, man. We'll get back on track.
Go on. Sorry, I keep going off topic because I'm a dick. Carry on.
My boy Alpha, he says he's excited for the Fatal 5-Way match. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't say I'm excited, but I mean, it's probably the most anticipated match on the card for me.
Okay, can I interject and say that this match isn't the one I'm most intrigued in?
What's up?
The match I'm most intrigued in is the Cruiserweight Championship match. And I'm going to get slated for that because the Cruiserweights have been dealt with so poorly since they came to Raw following the CWC. But Austin Aries and Neville have worked their bollocks off to get people interested. And the last few weeks, especially with promos, this match I'm the most intrigued about because I don't know who's going to win. Now, I've been a big advocate for Neville. As soon as he won the championship, Neville should hold the belt for a year. Hashtag Neville should hold the belt for a year. You know that. I've said that to you many a time. I've said it in practically every single one of my 205 Live reviews over the last couple of weeks. Neville should hold the belt for a year. because a long championship reign, especially in the early starts of a show or a division or whatever, a long championship reign adds prestige to the belt. But Austin Aries has really done his homework, and he's really worked the crowd into thinking that maybe he might cut this year-long reign short. I really don't know who's winning the match. And that, for me, is why I'm the most intrigued about it this Sunday.
No, I understand completely, man. They've been putting a lot of work into this rivalry, man. And apologies, man. I forgot all about that match. I'm actually I can't wait to see that one.
Okay, Alpha has said, I don't like what's going on with the Hardys. I'm rooting for Sheamus and Cesaro to win. I like them more. I'm not excited to see the Cruiserweight match too. I'm going with Neville. Okay, so Alpha, give us your full list of predictions in the chat. So go Rich Swann, Noah, and Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. Then go Neville versus Austin Aries, Ambrose versus Miz, Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardys, Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. Obviously, we know which one you're going to pick for that. And the Fatal Five-Way. Give us your predictions in full, and we will go from there. Now, what has happened here? Because Grizz has left the call. Maybe he's been ejected out. Let's have a look and see what's going on. See if I can get him back in. This is actually a good test to see if we can, how quickly we can get people on the calls for future episodes. So I've sent the invite out. Pardon me. I've sent the invite out. He has joined. Just how quickly can we get him back in so that we can hear him, see him, etc. I can hear him. I'm yet to see him. I can see him. Can we hear him? Oh, he's left again. Oh, something's gone wrong with his microphone. Okay, Michael, fill time. This is your moment. Okay. Right, okay. So whilst Grizz is sorting out all of the evidential issues that he seems to be having, I'm not sure what they are. Hopefully we can get him back in. He's back in. Can we hear him?
That was my fault, brother. I ended up unhooking my Ethernet cord. So I got disconnected from the internet. My bad. Make sure that's
it's all right. It's a very good test. I was saying to the camera, it's a very good test to see just how quickly we can get people into this chat when we actually have people following in, because I sent the invite out straight away and you practically joined like almost instantly. So it's a very good test to see just how quickly we can get people in the chat. And I can see we have another viewer.
Hey.
Kristen is in the chat on YouTube.
Oh shit.
Grizz, she says, look at this guy. Grizz, stop breaking shit. Lol.
Yeah. Christian, if you don't keep your simple ass down there where you at.
Grizz, be nice.
I will.
This is a PG show, bro. PG-13.
Fuck.
You bastard. You almost made me spill my drink.
Hey, man. Man, get that piece of shit in this chat, though, man.
I think she's at work at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, with me being in the UK, it is coming close to 8:45. I think we're going to do this first video for an hour, so we've got about 15 minutes left as a trial. Obviously, it will go straight up on the channel. And what I'm going to try and do, once it's finished processing, because obviously all of the videos have to process on the channel before they go live. What I'm going to try and do is once it's processed, I'm going to download the MP4 file, so the video in whole. I'm going to try and send it to you, Grizz, so that you can upload it onto your individual channel. I'll try and upload it onto my individual channel so that it's on 3 different platforms. So all of your subscribers can see the video and hopefully they can join and subscribe onto this channel. All of my subscribers can jump over as well. And we can try and build all 3 channels up all in one big push. So that's the idea. But as I say, we've got about 15 minutes. So we've got time for probably one more major subject. Do you want to talk about anything else in particular?
Let me see. I'm gonna check the chat. I seen Alpha sent something out.
Rich one, Neville, Ambrose. I think Ambrose drops it to Elias. Oh.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, Alpha. Now you're
Well,
talking.
I know you've got an opinion on Mr. Sampson. I've got an opinion on Mr. Sampson, but this is a PG show. Give me your opinion.
Motherfucker. You can't keep telling me it's PG. It just
All right,
urges.
It's not 18 plus, but it's somewhere in the middle. TV 14. A bit of language is allowed, but not too much.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Is that all right?
We're gonna try to keep.
We want to try and get these monetized. We want to try and make some ad money on these, dude.
Hey.
You can't just sit there. Fuck shit, fuck shit, fuck shit, fuck.
It's an old American language, man. I'm sorry. But no, man, in all seriousness, bro, man, Alpha. I want Alpha's opinion on Elias Sampson. How do you feel about him? You know,
obviously there's going to be a little bit of a delay between him. So I think it's about 10 to 15 seconds between, like, judging it here. It's about 10 to 15 seconds between us actually saying what we're saying and then it coming through on the actual stream. So, oh, he's actually, yeah, so it's about 10, 15 seconds. He's just said, and I quote, hashtag fuck Elias.
Fuck Elias. No, Alpha, no. He's good for TV, man. I'm trying to tell you, he's getting good heel heat, you know. And then you see he's got a little we can't call them fireflies. What can we call the Samsonites? The guys that put the flashlight in the crowd.
You could call them non-existent or fools. Your choice.
The Samsonites, brother. I can't wait to be a part of it. I'm gonna sing along. Let me get on Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna sing along with them, man. But yeah, it would be nice. It would add a lot of heel heat. So I guess, and it'll give Raw another mid-card heel to work with. You know, if they put that, but I don't know. It might be a little too soon. Okay,
so here's how I would book, and I'm not stealing from What Culture, and do not tell me I look like Blompier. This is how I would book the IC Championship in the next couple of months. I would have Ambrose retain the championship. I would have Seth Rollins, after losing this Extreme Rules Fatal 5-Way match, because I don't think he's going to win. He needs to finish off his feud with Samoa Joe. In the interim, Dean can have a feud or continue the feud with The Miz, or he can jump on to Sampson or someone of the sort. I want to see Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose over the Intercontinental Championship. The reason I say that, yes, we've seen the feud before, but it was a damn good feud. And Seth Rollins, as far as I'm aware, has not once been inserted into an IC Championship feud. He's never gone after that championship. It's good to see the championship on new people. So I want to see Dean versus Seth for the IC Championship over the summer and the back end of 2017.
If that happens, brother, let me tell you something. I'm big on Dean. When I started back watching the WWE in 2014, Dean was one of the main guys, if not the main guy, that stood out to me. Okay, I like this character. With all that being said, he's gotten a little stale. You know, I mean, I like Funny Dean. It's cool, it's dandy, but I see potential in the guy. I know there's a lot more he can bring to the table. If that, like, to my point and to your point, if that were to happen, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose over the Intercontinental Championship over the summer, I need to see Dean Ambrose possibly turn heel.
Dean Ambrose turn heel.
I mean, I feel like Dean Ambrose would work much better. Like most guys on the roster would work much better as a heel. You know, and maybe he can add a little a little bit more to the arsenal, you know, because his
He needs
moveset.
to stop
I like
that stupid rebound clothesline.
You know, it's I don't know, man. His moveset's getting kind of stale too, man. And it hurts, and it really does hurt me to say that because he's one of my guys. You know,
I agree. I agree.
they got to do something with him, bro.
They have got to do something with him. My suggestion, if they're not going to go down the route of him feuding with Seth Rollins, would you like to see Dean Ambrose as a face going up against a heel, or do you want to see Dean as a heel going up against a face? Because you give me your suggestions and I'll give you who I think he should face in that situation.
Well, I've seen Seth as a heel already. So, and I feel like, just like you said, the guys work great together, you know, and I feel like the dynamic would bring out a lot more in Seth, and it could bring out a lot in Dean as well. You know, because Seth as a face still hasn't hit that full stride. I mean, people are behind him because he's Seth freaking Rollins. You know, but he hasn't gotten to the full potential of his character, bro. I can see it. You can see it.
Yep.
I don't know. And Dean, I would love to see Dean versus Seth, but Dean, I don't want to see him as a face anymore. I'm done with him as a face. To answer your question,
Okay.
pretty much. I like.
So
I wouldn't.
heel Dean against, how would I book it? Heel Dean on Raw, faces on Raw over the IC Championship that would add prestige. So obviously you've got Seth, you've got Finn.
Unless you gave me some more Joe, maybe.
Samoa Joe versus Dean's not a bad shout. Sort of looking slightly further down the card, some people that haven't necessarily got an opportunity. If they're not going to give Enzo and Cass the push towards the tag team championships, and they're going to have Enzo more as a manager role, why not have Cass entered into the IC championship feud? See how he performs in a championship feud that isn't for the big belt. Or if they're going to turn Cass heel against Enzo, which it looks very likely that they're going to do, you could have heel Cass versus face Dean. That'd be interesting. Who else?
But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how Big Cass could work as a heel. You know, I can see it. What's up?
I said, nor do I. He's been a face since he's been down in FCW.
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like there's a lot of work with him that needs to be done before what? Because I love these guys, but you know how they take shade at Enzo for not being as good in the ring. Now, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say Big Cass is an A+ player in the ring. He's good, you know, for short matches. I don't know how he's going to be in a championship, like you said, a feud type match where he's out here on his own, 10, 15 minutes, no hot tag. And then he's got to carry him, you know, he's got to possibly carry himself on the mic. And I don't know how as a heel that would work, because he's yet to find himself as a face. I don't know. The last couple weeks have been decent though.
With Cass, the last couple of weeks, the one thing I would say is that, especially this week on Raw, with everything that's going on with Corey Graves, which we're going to go and delve into on the podcast either tomorrow or Monday, whenever we can do it, work schedules pending. That section of Raw where he confronted Corey Graves on the announce desk, and the passion and the fire in it, and you could see the anger in his eyes, and just you think that it was me. You think it was me. I attacked someone that I considered to be my little brother, and you could see he was really vicious, and you could see the anger in his eye. You could see it.
Yeah.
If he's going to be an aggressive, angry heel whose promos are literally just him shouting, I can kind of get behind it.
Yeah.
He has to be the aggressive, silent heel who says very little, but when he does, it's impassioned. Otherwise, it's not going to work. That's my opinion.
Okay. More so of a passionate Roman Reigns type push.
Yep.
You know, because I guess with Roman, it's more so of what I want from Roman is A badass doesn't talk a lot, but he's nonchalant. Doesn't have to be but so passionate. I like Roman's nonchalant dickhead, like, I'm the big dog. What are you gonna do about it? That's what
I'm
that's
not
what
doing my Roman impression. I'm not doing my Roman impression.
I'll do
I
it
really.
for you. Oh yeah.
Ooh, ah!
I love it.
All right, we're not doing that. So there's one more point I want to bring up. We've got about 6 minutes until the end of the show. We've got 2 comments from Alpha that I want to talk about. He says, "I'm sorry, but I hate Enzo," which I'm going to skip past because he's my boy. And the other one is, he thinks he should go back to the John Moxley extreme ways, # bring back John Moxley. There's a reason they won't do that. Dean spent a period of his career in CZW, which WWE refuses to acknowledge as a promotion. They will not have him go back to being John Moxley or even anywhere near that type of character because they cannot replicate anywhere near the stuff that he did as John Moxley in CZW and any promotions close to that. To WWE and to Vince McMahon, to put it nicely, John Moxley is dead. He never existed. CZW doesn't exist. John Moxley doesn't exist. It's Dean Ambrose. They won't ever have him go to that capability because of all of the TV ratings. The PG era and everything like that, they can't have Dean go back and do anywhere near the sort of things that he would do back in CZW and all of the independent scenes. And that's the reason for it. It's their TV contracts. It won't happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it hurts, bro. It hurts to come to that realization, man. But WWE is a business. So they got to run it as such. Certain things that they can do, certain things that you just can't go in that direction. I would love to see it, but like you said, it's not happening. Not happening.
Definitely not happening. Would be nice to see again, but not happening.
Hey, man, yeah.
We are gonna go on.
Yeah, just a little taste of it. But yeah, no, to your point, bro.
Well, what I was going to say is that we are going to probably start wrapping this up. I think this has gone well. We had a few audio issues at the beginning. Your mic sort of background noise a little bit, but for the last 10-15 minutes it's been absolutely fine. So hopefully that's not something that recurs. Like, whatever you've done, you fixed it, so that's great. This, I think, it's been a success. We've not had to stop recording. We've not had to stop. You jumped out of the call accidentally. Ethernet cable issue, but that we still carried on. We were able to trial the people jumping in with you leaving and coming back. So I think everything that we wanted to trial, other than actually having someone call in, which we expected not to have because it's the first one, I think everything's gone well. So I'm happy. I assume you're happy as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll call it a day here. We'll do a sign off. We'll shout out Twitter handles. We'll shout out channels, etc. And then we will call it a day. And as I say, I will try and download the MP4 so that you can upload it onto your channel, or I can upload it onto mine, or both. Actually, no, I don't need to send it to you because you can just log into this channel and then download it yourself. See? This is why we have a joint channel.
Make it on the fly.
Okay, right. Well, I guess this is the end of the pilot episode of Bear Club. Yeah. Do you know what I was talking about with my words earlier?
Keep on jumbling, jambalaya.
This has been the pilot episode of Bear Club Live. We will hopefully try and do this on a weekly basis, if not as close to a weekly basis as possible. And as we say, we want to get you guys on this series to talk wrestling with us as a substitute for not being able to have you guys on during the podcasts. We're probably going to end up shooting the podcast in a similar form to this video in terms of the backwards and forwards via Google Hangouts, because it does seem to be working quite well. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. I just want to say a massive thank you to Alpha for joining, for Kristen for joining, for anybody that watches this video once it goes live on YouTube. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. hit the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it, and you will receive an email into your inbox every time we upload one of these videos. If you don't already subscribe to Grizz's channel, it's Bear Wrestling News. Follow him on Twitter at Bear Wrestle News. Follow myself on Twitter at msproat316, and my channel name is the same, msproat316. Grizz, give yourself a final shout out. Anything you want to add on to it before we sign off?
Hey man, this is I feel like this will be a success. Good brothers working on good brother things. As long as we keep our heads in the right direction, man, we will be good to go. Too sweet. Follow us on oh yeah. Hey, follow, like, subscribe, and comment.
Love that. Right, well, I just want to say, Grizz, this is the start of something beautiful. We're going to make this work. When I get stateside, it's going to be so much easier, but that's the conversation for another day, as I said before. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you watched it live, if you watch it when it goes live on YouTube, thank you. We appreciate you. As Grizz said, like, share, subscribe, comment, and we will see you next week for episode 2 of Bear Club Live. But for now, have a good day and peace.